Hello there everyone, this is I am Mark III and welcome back to Surviving Mars. Life on the Red Planet. And me with my webcam again, so yay. Still trying to get used to having it back on again. I was without it for quite a while. But yes, welcome back to Mars, where we've actually got a slight problem with the power grid. I don't recall if I remembered it last time or not, but I do need to do something to fix it, if I can find the correct button.
Better known as the planet Mars.
The problem is, even with all the buildings off at night, I don't generate enough power. Without the concrete, well, you probably saw just a glimpse of it, that this heater was off and the water towers froze solid. So, slight issue there. One building not working. Oh, not enough workers. We'll get enough workers sooner or later, I'm quite sure. We've got 12. Wait. How are we short? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have exactly... Unless we've got ourselves a... We've got a senior citizen. Our first senior citizen. Unfortunately, senior citizens, they aren't part of the worker pool, so... I find that's pretty common, actually, that you might lose a worker during your founder stage just because they get too old and retire. Japan's almost completed research a... Oh, research a breakthrough. I don't think I can do that, can I? Correct button, please. Oh wait, here we go, cipher. If I research the cipher, that would count as a milestone, but it's actually somewhat expensive, 5,000 research to get it. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that or not. But we are researching Stirling generators, though. I'll get the cipher. Then I'll also queue up a few other bits and bobs as well, just to make sure. But what we did just get, though, I believe, is extractor amp. It's going to be somewhere behind my face, isn't it? I thought putting my face in this top corner would stop it from getting in the way, but... Oh no, I'm just being an idiot. It's actually right there. Right. Oh, before they redid the UI, it was up in that corner, in my defense. But yeah. Upgrade amp. 25% production, plus 10 power consumption will cost me 2 polymer. Interesting, but don't really need it too much. What I need to keep an eye on, though, is my power generation. Minus 73. That's alright, actually. Yeah. My power reserve seems to be okay. Just need to keep an eye on it. As soon as I lose track. I always lose track of the button as soon as I do that. Right. Power production is 200, which means I can supply up to 400 demand during the nights. And... yeah. Sorry, no. 200, that's up to 100 during the nights, not... I'm doing great today, I must say. Well, let's get out here and just get going at new anomalies. We've got a curiosity down here to deal with, but we've also got a tech advancement. So let's actually go for the tech advancement first. Let's get that and unlock more techs, because more techs is always useful. And the infirmary is once again not working because we've lost one of our settlers. Well, we've not lost them. We know where they are. The problem is that they're still taking, you know, air, food, yada yada. All the living requirements, but not contributing anymore. Admittedly, the senior stage is not actually... it's not a fair chunk of the life cycle. It's like... I don't know what age it is, actually. I'm guessing it's not equal across all 5 stages. At least I don't think it is. Behold my lack of understanding, I suppose. I don't know. Let's just keep on going. Pretend I know what I'm doing, and just leave it at that. What I am doing, though, is I want to get some more metal. For some reason. There's some over here, 67. That's 14. The rest is... yeah, all up there. Okay. Can't get them both. If you just bring all that metal down here, add it to our bulging stockpile.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's
New
more
techs.
to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye.
We got
A
new
veritable
techs.
treasure
That is what
trove
we needed.
of undiscovered knowledge and
Sorry, it's a
wonder,
bit nippy around here.
so long as you know where to look.
Behavioral Shaping and Martian Institute of Science. Ooh. Okay, those are pretty far in, but they are useful ones. Unfortunately, they're too far in for me to readily research them right now. Behavioral Shaping would give me sanatoriums. Social Science, Institute of Science would give me the Hawking Institute. So basically, I've got a better research lab if I go for the science one. Or I can get things that can correct bad traits in my colonists. Eventually. However, I was just checking before that came up. Thank you for Sterling Generators, much appreciated. Before that came up, no one wants to trade yet. Concrete for food. I honestly didn't think they would, but extra food reserve is always useful. Just good to have, you know? Like, I don't have any food reserve right now, so what's in my buildings is what I've got. And that's all she wrote, really. Is anyone else actually doing okay? Or am I still the only one with people? New Ark's got yeah, still low. Still low. Still low. So yeah, there's no food available to buy, so that's why that trade isn't actually working. It was a long shot, must admit, but I'll leave it up in case someone actually decides to start giving me some stuff. Anyway, let's keep on going. We've got five and a half souls, just under, which is nice. 5.5 souls left on our founder stage, so it's usually somewhere around this soul or the next few that you get first Martian born if your colony is okay for comfort. Mine is slightly reduced because of the lack of someone in the second shift for the infirmary, so that's reducing my birth potential slightly. Hopefully not by too much though. Let's see, who's the senior? They're all no spec, but I'm guessing, yeah, you're the senior. Oh, something went red.
The anomaly turned out to be one of the most well-preserved asteroid impacts in our area. No geologist could ever put a price on it.
Well-preserved asteroid impact. Earth scientists have long wondered about the effects of ancient asteroid impacts on Martian climate and geology. Several missions have been sent to gather data about these primordial events, but the landers failed, as if the Red Planet wanted to keep some of its secrets for itself. Mars is stubborn that way. Generations had to pass until we managed to send a successful expedition to lift the shroud of mystery. With the data we gathered from the site, our colleagues on Earth will have material for years of research. Maybe we will finally find out whether the Martian core was shut down or it died out on its own, and we'll be able to predict the destiny of our homeworld. I gain 800 million in funding, and I gain 3,000 science. Not too shabby. That's actually most of that project. So I'm glad that got researched. Just going to scan that anomaly. Go away, please. I don't need you to tell me what an RC rover is every single time I click on it. I have a vague idea of what it might do, for some strange reason. I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like I've played the game before. Oh. There we go. Milestone. Fireworks. That's, I'm not sure if I agree with that, but basically every time you get a milestone, your active domes launch a firework display. Another new anomaly. Excellent. But yeah, milestone. 250 points of research because we made some food from our farm, which produced about, well, a fair chunk.
But what about Venus?
Only 12 is in storage though, because it immediately refilled our dining structures.
After
There
their
we go.
love goddess. Then the Romans took over the system.
We got
The
that.
mythological system.
Yeah.
Not the solar system. So they rebaptized Aphrodite as Venus after the ancient Italian goddess of love and female beauty.
Okay.
Julie,
Right.
maybe you'll find this.
Sorry, I was
next
getting
song
distracted by the
a
radio.
beauty.
So that was story-related one. So it was not a milestone one, which so I didn't get the milestone of research. be the first to research a discovery. You know. So cipher we completed, and treasure hunt. It's a map. Your attention is required. After quite the hassle with the strange coding, your scientists managed to decode the message from the strange pod. It's a map. A new planetary anomaly has been discovered. X mark the spot. Send an expedition to the coordinates. Okay. So we've got an X marks the spot somewhere on this world. There it is. 3 crew of any kind plus a transport will be sent out. I think I want to wait a little bit for that one. I'll hold off until I break out of Founder stage, because then I can call in more people from Earth. So, you know, more peeps, always welcome. Speaking of, I should probably actually start working on a new dome. So let's do that as soon as I find it in the build list. Oh, this is embarrassing. Right. So the eventual goal is to have a centralized heater to protect multiple domes from the ravages of a cold. The only problem with that is that we've got these mineral deposits around the place which will need some attention. Ooh, that's a good one. Dust repulsion technology. It means that solar panels need less maintenance. Always welcome, especially since solar panels are a massive sink of metal. Early on they're not much of a problem, but as the number grows out of control, the amount you spend maintaining them all goes on. See, maintaining a barrel dome is polymer, but I actually want slots for accommodations and such. So, if I put one here, I should be able to build a mining site to deal with it. But there is, of course, the contamination factor. But it's concrete for the basic dome, so that's not too bad. I can live with having to pay a bunch of concrete every so often. Let's just pop it. There would be a good one. Let's check it just to make sure. Assuming I can find the right button again. Why am I doing that all today? Mining. Rare metal extractor could be put here. And yes, it would cause some cross-contamination of the dome itself. That's not avoidable, but we can restrict that to just the one dome. So that's probably a good thing. Oh, you've stopped again. I've got to get the drone automation tech. That drone automation tech. No, I've got to get the rover automation tech sooner rather than later, because I keep losing track of it and I keep slowing down on that. But when life gives you lemons,
Building a new home on an alien world
takes guts to say least.
takes guts, to say the least.
After all purposes, strongest long-term driver. Since arriving on Mars, Helena Ribeiro's enthusiasm has proven to be above average even by founder norms, and the prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one simple explanation. Helena Ribeiro really loves doing what Helena Ribeiro's doing. Good on you, Helena Ribeiro. Hint, the founder Helena Ribeiro has the enthusiast trait. That's the spirit. I like having that. Enthusiast is a good trait. One you should try to hang on to where possible. Now, come on, you lazy little drones. Build the things, I say. Oh, and yeah, there goes the milestone. Research a breakthrough. Japan got it first. Curse you, Japan. Well, not curse you, Japan. Japan is actually a great faction to have. The Wasp drones are really flexible. They're actually much faster than the drones anyone else has. Unless there's a dust storm, in which case they actually get grounded. And then they become just basically normal drones instead. Still. I did mention that back when I was picking my faction. I do recall doing that after all. I'm thinking maybe I have a dome space here as well. Of like a specialist dome, maybe a manufacturing dome or something. And then I'll heat these 3 domes with one heater. While the core dome is going to sit here.
Sector scanned.
No resources. You are a disappointment.
Anomaly
Oh, you're done.
analyzed.
Okay. And we got an anomaly. Right. I'm just looking for resources to ship back right now. There's 42 metal over here. Should be able to get that. Yep, I can get all of that. So haul it all back. But if I had the drone automation tech, I wouldn't need to keep doing that. The drone would just wander off and pick up. I'm back to calling it drones
and
again.
you'll find it's anything but barren. We found another treasure in the form of a small deposit of a germanium-rich mineral.
Okay, the purity of the germanium found in the vein is amazing, which our scientific team presumes is due to the millennia-long loss of volatiles in the Martian atmosphere. Germanium started out as a humble exosilicon proposed by Mendeleev, and for almost a century it was discerned as a useless metal, only for the late 20th century discoveries to make it one of the cornerstones of modern electronics. Effect: discover a rare metals deposit. Alright. I want a breakthrough though. Breakthroughs are fun things. It's just a shame I've not got one yet, because breakthroughs are unique techs which are just really good. On the plus side though, the cold wave is almost done. We've almost come out the other side, and we didn't really get harmed by it either, which is even better. Anyway, back to what I was doing. 5... I'm going to pull off some drones off the central hub, I don't need them right now. So that's 10. And I'm going to dump them onto the hub that's currently responsible for building the new dome. So, you know, extra drone transport over there. You've got 5. You've got 4. That's all okay. And again, the infirmary's not doing anything. Mind you, there is another reason for not actually going for that 3-crew one right from the start. And that's the fact the rocket isn't here, which I think might be a bit of a misstep as far as this game is concerned. The fact that you have to do all the missions on Mars using a rocket from Earth is a bit of a hassle if you don't have many rockets, or if you've got them all over there. Why is it the same rocket? Why can't we have like a suborbital shuttle of some kind? Low G drives, thank you. Everything goes faster. Well, the drones go faster anyway. And yes, I do mean the drones and not the rovers. I don't know why that habit started, but I've got to stop calling them that. Okay, the RT transport harvests resources faster and maximum storage increased. That's a solid one. Social. Yeah, we're almost at we're almost there. I'll get that robotics upgrade though. Come on, we're almost through this. Though our lack of water is something I am mildly concerned about. Because we've got 6 demand, 6 production, but we're not building any kind of stockpile. You're producing a 5, and the other one must be coming from, yeah, my aquifer. So that's 6. I'm actually tapping as much water as I can produce, which is not the state I want to be in, especially since when the new dome comes online and all that, I'm going to be needing more water.
You are listening to Quantum Sonics, the music
So,
station
let's see if
for
we can
the
do
new
something
red
about
world.
that. As the cold finally disappears. Excellent. Which means I can turn off the heaters. Even better. That'll free up some water. There we go, heaters down. Domes without life support 1. That's because it's complete but not connected. We have got a little bit of spare water thanks to the heaters going down. And again I clicked the wrong button. Why do I keep doing that? Anyway, I want water. I want to avoid cross-contamination if possible. Because these things are a bugger to fix. And I can actually tap into that with... I think they'll cross-contaminate on the same water source. That sucks. Because it's... No, wait, no. If I'm following the lesson learned from the domes, then it's the central hex of a structure like a circular structure that needs to be affected for the entire structure to be affected. So if I put it here, it should be okay. It should cross-contaminate and they'll both break a lot faster. Or if I bag it off one, it should be okay in theory. I'll do it there. it doesn't matter that I'm getting the drone control center because that can't break, so that's absolutely fine. Let's see, water pipes. Just let's get it all hooked up. Power cable. Of course, that's an extra power spike. Let's actually quickly see how many power cells am I currently operating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 batteries. So I've got the extra battery capacity which I would need. I don't have the power capacity for that battery, I don't think. Though that said, I did beef it up right before winter hit. So yeah, that's why I increased my power storage. Though it also went. I decreased my water. I decreased my. I increased my power storage because the drain was slightly too high during the night in the winter, but my actual power intake was okay. So my power intake is still okay. I just have an extra battery compared to my total power generation capability. Me, I'm schmurty person. That's probably going to be my catchphrase if I keep doing things wrong. Right. Anyway, I will lay down some additional generator capacity there. These aren't generators though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll provide enough power to fully use the additional battery pack. So there's that. That'll be okay. I'm okay for oxygen to run another dome. I do not have water for another dome. Not right now.
Sector scanned.
And definitely if I hit another cold wave. But yeah, I think launching Colonists out of my dome, as well as having the senior affecting my medical, is affecting the chances of getting a new babby in the colony, to put it mildly. Since Founder Stage is still going at 2 souls, normally when I play this game it's like, I'll have a baby like a couple of souls ago. So yeah, there it goes, 2 souls to spare. Finally. Just as I was talking about, I don't think I'm going to get any extra bonuses, suddenly we get a new baby. Success! So, first Martian born, 500 points, milestone. The door towards the stars.
For the first time, a human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle.
Our first Martian born. The colonists have always felt like a family. But what makes the family stronger and more united is the promise of new life and a better future. We have truly been blessed with a rewarding responsibility to carry the torch of hope. Let the blooming of life serve as a symbol for all humans. Mars is no longer a dead world. Effect. The colony has been evaluated positively. Additional colonists can be called from Earth. So, 2 years early, because a sol is, a sol is like, yeah, look at that. Actually, that dome is inactive and it's launching anyway, so it's just completed domes, it looks like. So yeah, that's happened. That means we can call new peons from Earth. Let us begin with a passenger rocket. For your birthday, new child, we summon more people to trap on this world. Hopefully there's some sexy people. Because... if I right click on these I can lock them. And then they remain locked in when I change my filters. I was not aware of that one. Marcelo Elvis, chronic condition, loses health every day. That's his only trait. Oh dear. Okay, let's have a look at the filters, see if there's do we have anyone sexy? There's 2 people that are sexy, but they are locked by something else. Let's see, gambler, well, alcoholic is not a really good one, but we can actually cure alcoholic if we get a sanatorium, I believe. Idiot, I don't think we can do anything about that one. Lazy, Not sure. It's actually worse than alcoholic. Alcoholics are -10. Lazy is -20. I'm a lazy bugger myself, but actually I work pretty hard. So I don't know. I say I'm lazy, but I'm not sure if that applies, honestly. Coward, double sanity loss from disasters can cause sanity breakdowns. That's a manageable one. Admittedly, we can't stop the sanity loss, but if living conditions are comfortable enough, we will be able to recover the sanity. So yeah, unless we have like a basic services failure or something, Coward is not the worst thing we can take. So if I take that down, has that unlocked someone sexy? It has! We've got a sexy Coward. Okay, sure. That's fine. Launch that, yep. We've only got space for one resident, not 12. I don't care, launch. Come to Mars! I summon you! We've got plenty of time to get that sorted out anyway. So, we've got... we opened the doors for a few more problems, but we should be okay. Famous last words. Now I need to build a passage. Let's see. I want to connect it, I think, down here would be good. But I'm also, as I said, I was thinking of like a dome up here as well, past these deposits. Now, of course, you've got to remember, I am Brazil. That means that I get to not have penalties for people living in one dome and working in another. Now, if actually I'm going to have a dome over here, I want to keep that line clear just for another passageway. So, I think one here is probably a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. And also because Brazil, no concrete cost and immediately completed. Normally you have to spend like 40 odd concrete for a tunnel that size. That's fine. I am, however, going to build a passenger ramp straight across it. So this will let drones and things actually go over the top of the thing. And I'll build it... let's build it there. That seems good. But yeah, we've got a new dome. Woo! Colony is doubled in size. If you ignore all the support equipment that's around the place. How's my concrete? 216. We're still fine for concrete, actually. Concrete's no problem at all. Let's see. You can go ahead and... Oh, I've run out of anomalies to research. Oh well. That's fine. No anomalies right now, so no free technology, so that sucks. Well, not really, but, you know, finding more stuff is part of the game. I'm considering maybe getting an additional next response in 3 hours. What? What does that even mean? Next response? Does that mean there's actually someone thinking about the trade offer?
Sector scanned.
Next response in 0 hours. Come on. Are you going to be positive or not? Beep. No. Okay. I didn't know that either. So apparently there's a regular tick, like a countdown, which is how often it'll check to see if there's actually someone wanting to trade or not. Also, 2 things have just happened. First off, I need to get outsourcing sorted out. Ooh, low G high-rise apartments. Yep, and I'll grab the sanatorium and the Martian Institute of Science. So get both of those. It's almost time to start education, honestly. I'll also outsource because we've got plenty of moolah right now. And last time we visited the research screen, I did spot that was running out. So there we go. More importantly, I forgot to actually build the stuff for the new colonists. So I need to get that up. I was thinking about it and then I got distracted. Which is par for the course, honestly. Right, living complex. I'll put down a living complex. I'll put it here, actually. Yeah, let's build it there. Let's keep it all together, at least for now. I'm wondering if maybe having an education dome as the one over here would be a good idea, or... Because Because ideally I want outer domes to be living, because there are some techs which give you bonuses to how comfortable it is if you're in a smaller dome, like these ones, compared to like a bigger dome. But you can, if you, the passages, I don't know how many you can go through when searching for work. I think it's like 1, maybe more, but I think 1 probably, to get to like a neighbouring spot to go and do stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to build a nursery though. I'm going to prioritise that because we've got new colonists inbound. They need living space. But nursery is special housing, which only has young. They'd normally take up a residential slot in a normal building, but young can be housed in a separate spot. So a separate dedicated building, which I think gives them more comfort, honestly. And I can also do things like build a playground, build a school for them, which I think would be a good idea. Since you can help to define their traits and give Martian-born more traits that you desire in your colonists. So it's part of the ongoing education. Martian-born generally superior to Earth-born as far as this game is concerned, honestly, because they've got some unique techs and upgrades to them. Like later on, Martian-born aren't affected by sanity loss during disasters. They can work harder. They aren't bothered by working outside the domes, while Earth people usually are. You know, lots of little things like that. So it's all kinds of things. But however, as soon as that gets done, it's going up now. Okay, I'm going to call in the rocket. Welcome, peasants and peons, to Mars. I am your ruler-in-chief. Obey my every word, or I'll kick you out the airlock. Don't worry, I'll give you a spacesuit, but it will not include an oxygen tank unless you have been particularly nice to me. And with that word of warning, I'm afraid it's actually time to end this episode. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, Inbound Meteors, right? And I'll catch you all some other time as the new hopefuls filter into the dome. There we go. See you all later.